All right, I just basically started the video again. This is hi, I'm Mona. This is Chit Chat. Okay, so I haven't started the working out yet because I did that video, and plus I went to that farmer's market this morning and stuff. Whatever, you know. I wanted to tell. Yesterday was a great day for me because it was a great day for me because. For some reason, after my walk yesterday, I get these little episodes of depression. You know, I'm sure everybody does. Everybody gets something sometimes, you know. And I was feeling a little depressed when I came back yesterday, you know, because, you know, I felt like that the police or the sheriff was like watching me or something, and I don't know. I felt uncomfortable, right? Which is, it's okay because I understand when somebody new comes to a town, especially a small town like this, people are curious. I'm not used to that though, okay? So it made me feel some kind of way when I saw the sheriffs, right? And so I figure, you know what? I don't know. I'm just going to let it, whatever, right? And then I came home, and then I was in here, and then I started thinking about my cousin, who's a sheriff. His name is Bob. He's married to my other cousin, Lupe. Right? Yeah, Lupe and Bob. You know, Bob, I don't know where that guy is or what he's doing. But I was thinking about him because I was thinking, you know, that guy Bob, he's pretty smart. I think he went to school or something. He's got I remember him. He had like a good sense of intelligence to him. I think he's retired. I don't know. I'm not sure. Or he might still be a sheriff. Who knows? But that guy was always really respectful to me. I'll never forget him. I'll never forget the way that he showed me respect. And I wonder if he was in the military, because that's why he showed me a lot of respect, because I was in the military. I had a booger in my nose. Disgusting. Hey, you know what I mean? It's life, right? But I caught it. Sorry, you guys. Anyways, so what? If you don't like it, I mean, it happens. I'm not going to cut it out. Shit happens. You know? It was dry. Anyways. So my cousin, I was thinking about him. And I was thinking, man, that guy was so cool to me. He always showed me, I didn't see him very often. It was just once in a great while. I think only interactions were one or two times, but all those times he was so he made me feel like he was proud of me for some reason. I don't know why. He did. And he always showed me some sort of level of respect. I really liked that guy. And he had that typical look. He had the mustache and everything and the haircut. He looked like a cop or sheriff or law enforcement. He had that for sure look. But I really liked that guy. He was cool, you know. He married my cousin. So my cousin was a nurse, so kind of sounds like a good match, right? A police officer and a nurse, or a sheriff and a nurse, I mean. So anyways, I was thinking about him, and then I thought about my other cousin. I have another cousin. His name is Greg. Yeah. When I was younger, he was the only one that stood up for me. When my dad and my older brother were being kind of mean to me. He chased me down the street and up the block. Because I was so upset, I ran out of the house and just started running down the street in a town that I didn't even know. He went chasing after me. It was like Arleta, I think, in Arleta, California. I don't know. And he made me feel better. He made me feel better after being put down by my dad and my brother. I'll always remember him for that, for standing up for me. And after that, he was always really cool with me and nice to me. But after a while, like my dad didn't want us communicating with them, and we never visited them anymore. We never came in contact, like nothing, you know, like I never saw them anymore. Because I don't know, my dad just never wanted us to be around them or associate. I don't know. I just honestly don't know. And so I was thinking about him. And I had looked for him before. Yeah. And anyways, I found him right away. So that's like kind of a miracle in my life. I like to see it like that. I think I made a video talking about what happened. I think I made a video about it yesterday, but I need to tell you what happened like after all that. So I did get in contact with him. He is cool with me. He didn't know about things that were happening or what's going on, and we kind of talked for a little bit, but just enough for us to understand what's going on. And now I have him as a family member back, because I didn't have anybody before. I just had my dogs. So now I know that I have my cousin that actually cares about me, so, and his family. So, you know what? I always kind of thought that Coco or my aunt cared about me a lot too. But I feel like she couldn't really say anything, being a woman, or I don't know. But I always felt that vibe from her, like she cared for me but really couldn't say anything, or I don't know. I need to stop. It's hard when you have nobody and all of a sudden there's somebody there. It feels good. I'm crying from happiness, really. I'm crying from happiness. It's not because I'm upset, it's because I'm freaking happy that I actually have a cousin, my cousin Greg, to boot. He's the greatest. Anyways, so after that phone call, I felt like my whole life just changed at that moment. Like, it's kind of like, you know how if you're playing video games or something and then you're losing your power and that you're just losing that energy, it's just going down, 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 and then soon enough you're going to lose so much power you're going to die, right? I was kind of at that point before I spoke to him, because I'm so angry at the world right now about what's going on, what's happening in the government. We have such a terrible government right now. It's so horrible. And so when I spoke to him and I found that, yeah, I still have him. Not even for I need anything from him, only just to talk to know that he cares. That's all I even need. You know, I don't need nothing from him, just those things. That I actually have someone I can call. You know, I mean, I do. I have my friend Melissa. She's the best person in the whole world that I know. I have her. I didn't have anybody else. So now I'm just so happy that I do. So when I ended that phone call, it was like I got leveled up power points. You know, like I feel like I just won 100 coins on energy, on love, you know. I know I'm crying like a baby, and you probably are all thinking like, she's crying, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. I haven't had anybody to talk to. This is who I talk to. I talk to the camera. I talk about my life events because I had no one else to talk to. Especially those 4 years on the road. This is how I kept my sanity. And I don't care if anybody sees. I don't care if anybody sees that I've been hurt and that I'm trying to power through it. That I come from a screwed up freaking parents, but I power through it. I don't care if people see that. I don't care if people see me cry because I have a heart. So anyways, I'm laughing. So anyway, I just thought I needed to let someone out there know, because I'm almost positive there's someone out there. Oh, she's crying. She's well, fuck you too if you are. Anyways, so I felt all this energy like flow through me for like the whole rest of the day, and I was just like, what is going on? Because I had told my cousin an experience I had involving, I guess it's a near-death experience. I don't know. But I told him about that, and it's kind of like I got that drive back. Like, I am alive here because God wants me to be alive. Trust me. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here right now. But God wants me alive. So I'm here and I'm doing what I can to help humanity, whether it's through the cards and helping people or whatever else. I don't know exactly what, but after doing some research in this town, meeting some of the people, understanding some of the people, there's a lot of anger in this town too, by the way. Not just by that person I met, that veteran, but by other people. People are disappointed. But some people are just like, all right, But everybody here, everyone knows. Because somebody brought it up to me even over there. Jamie, I think. She brought it up to me at the whatever event they're having over there. I didn't even mention nothing to her. She came out of nowhere and brought up the water. And I was like, oh, I want to talk to you. Let me talk to you. Can I? That's how it all started, really. And that's when her husband brought me a chair, and I was sitting, and I said, yeah, I want to hear what you have to say about everything that's going on in this town. She told me a lot of stuff. Poor thing, and her husband. Anyways, a lot of people. It's not just her, a lot of people. Anyways, so I'm thinking, why? Because why would God bring me somewhere for me to be unhappy? But I'm not. I'm not unhappy though. That's the thing. I like it here. I like my little garden. I like my little neighbors. I like the history of how these houses were built here. Yeah. I just found it out last night. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I felt so much energy yesterday that when I went to go to sleep last night, I couldn't. I was overthinking. And what I was overthinking was about the town. About the town specifically. Like, what is the history of this town? Who are these people? What happened here? What is going on? So I started looking up stuff online. And I found a lot of stuff. Some people think that some areas in this place is haunted. I noticed that too. That's funny. They show video, paranormal, whatever. Like shadows. I don't know, because I don't know about that. I'll tell you why. Because if there are any of those here, well, I'm sure that they would come right here. They would come right to the house here. I will admit, though, in the nighttime I do hear things, but then I've come to realize it's the refrigerator making weird noises. And you know what? When houses make sounds at night, it's because the world is moving constantly. You don't think your house is shifting at any time? It is. Your house is always shifting. A little move, a little crack, you're going to hear stuff. So, I don't know. Like all these things you see on YouTube about the ghosts. I don't know. Even though I believe in that my ancestors are here with me, and my mom, my dad, and my stepdad, not my dad, my stepdad, my mom, my stepdad, my brother, my grandma, my grandpa, my uncle. I know they're all looking over me. I feel like they are. Actually, not all the time, but sometimes it's different ones, and I feel like it's the ones that pop into my head when I'm doing absolutely nothing. Those are the ones that I feel that might be around me. My mom and my brother are around me a lot, I feel like, because I think about them a lot. But yeah, I'm just trying to learn about the town, I think. Because, like I said, everybody here knows the water's so bad. I don't understand why no one's doing it. And it's the responsibility of the people who work at the city hall. That's what I found. That lady gave me so much information, and I asked her too. I'm like, do you mind if I call you sometime? I said, I have to go because I'm feeling a little something. She's like, yeah, that's my number in the car. And I went to go grab the car, and she's like, oh, we gave you one. It's in your bag. But it wasn't in my bag. So, but I think one of these numbers on the bottle, I can call her. Because she told me she's at Kennedy, Texas. And if I want to ask her, she's a nice lady. But yeah, what if God led me to this town because I'm supposed to help the people here somehow? Because you know what? I don't know. I do know one time I went to the city hall place. That's where you kind of pay your water or you do some things over there. I don't know why. I don't normally look at stuff. I just go in there, do my business, and leave. But I happened to look up, and it said there's an opening for city council. I don't know. I do have to be living here for a year. I have to be, living in Texas for a year. I have to be a resident of the town for more than 6 months. Can't have no felonies, or I don't have any kind of none of that stuff. But I do have PTSD, so I was wondering if that would affect, and I'm a veteran, so I wonder if that would affect it. So I kind of looked it up. To see, I typed in on Google, can a veteran with PTSD run for city council? And it said yes. As long as, I guess, they're not, if you have a mental health issue, then they must be talking about a person who's just like not mentally all there, or maybe somebody who's on a multitude of medication. I don't really know what they would consider that. Maybe a cognitive test or something. I would have to see. I have a whole year to find out, right? So I'm kind of thinking, am I supposed to do that? Because there's no school requirement either. You have to have a high school diploma. And this is what's the problem with the government. They got high school diploma people sitting in places where they need to know what's going. Like, I don't know, man. I have to do more research. I can't really elaborate on this because it's weird. I never really liked politics. But I'll tell you what, the only good thing I got out of this presidency that's going on right now is that I have just started diving into politics and the laws and the Constitution. Yeah, like I fought for the Constitution, almost died for the Constitution, but it doesn't mean that I exactly knew it was exactly in the Constitution when I swore to the Constitution. I didn't. But from this presidency, now I know a whole bunch of stuff from the Constitution. That's the only good thing I got out of it, out of this presidency going on right now, is that I learned more about the Constitution than I ever have in my life. That's the only good thing. Everything else, it's trash. It's garbage. So that's what I came to the conclusion of. And I think, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, but I think I'm supposed to help because that's me. Why would God put me somewhere where I can't help anybody, right? Well, I help people every day with my channel, but I think that, I think there might be a higher calling. So I'm going to just, and you know what? This is what I wanted to tell you because I almost forgot. You know, when I talk, I kind of beat around the bush a little bit because I'm trying to remember what I'm supposed to say. I don't write any of this down. It's all just, if I wrote it down, there wouldn't be no video diary. It would be a book, you know what I mean? But it's so much, right? So I just do it on film, right? So anyways, let me tell you what. Last night, because I couldn't sleep, and so I started like looking up stuff about the town and the history and, you know, who this person here is who's been here since 1920s or something, the family. I'm doing research on that family now. I'm doing research on the town. I want to know what's this, you know? And I was like, please, because I talk to God all the time, okay? Yes, I talk to you guys on here, but I talk to God all the time. And especially right before bed or when I wake up, that's the first thing I do is I talk to God. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, I talk to him like that, okay? I talk to God like that. I'm like, you know what? What am I supposed to do? What do you want me to do? What am I, you know? Why did you bring me here? Why this place? You know, like I ask serious questions like that. I'm like, you know, you have to give me a sign. You have to tell me, you know, am I supposed to do something here? What is the sign that, you know, am I on the right track of what I'm already thinking? Which, because I have already been thinking about the water problem and you know, some stuff, I'm like, am I supposed to pursue whatever this is I'm thinking? I need you to give me a sign. I really, really do. And so I like lay there for a little bit. Nothing. Nothing. I'm like, well, if you can do it, send me a sign that I know that it's from you. So basically, you know, I turn on the History Channel or one of those documentary things because it's easy to fall asleep to those. So I put one of those on. And then I got up at like, I think it was like 5:30 in the morning. It was late. I got up at like 5:30 in the morning. And then I was like, So then I looked at my phone and I turned it on and I put it to YouTube. Because you know what? When you turn my phone turns off or the phone ends, it will play the next video. Even if it's like a video I didn't choose, it'll just keep playing. Like it does it by itself. I don't know how to turn that off, you know, anyways. It'll just, but eventually it will turn off, but sometimes it will play the next video of something, of whatever. I don't even know. So that history video ended, and then I saw there, it was a tarot reader video was next. And I was like, And I wanted to go back to sleep because it was too early. So I just pressed it to go back to sleep. And it was playing and I was listening to it and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, it sounds like something that resonates. Not the whole reading, but I just caught a little something. And I was like, huh. And I'm like, and then I said at that moment, I'm like, is that the sign? And I'm like, nah, that's not the sign. So I just ignored it and I fell asleep. I just ignored it and fell asleep. And then I woke up at like 7 something, right? I will say that. On my phone, I don't have the time that says the 2 digits and then the colon and then the other 2 digits. I have like 2 digits and right below that another 2 digits, right? That's how I have the time when I open one of my phones, right? I think it's this one. I can show you how it looks like when I open the phone. No, it's not this phone. It's the phone I'm on, so I can't really show you. It's the phone I'm on, sorry. So anyways, that's how the number displays on the phone if I want to see the time. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just 2 numbers on top of the other, and that's the time. So anyways, I woke up, I got up again a couple hours later. I fell asleep to that video, and I got up again a couple hours later. And then I wanted to check the time, and I looked at the time, and guess what time it was? It was 07:07 a.m. So 7 a.m. in the morning. But when you look at the numbers, two on top of the other, it was 07:07. So to me, that's 7/7. For me, 7/7 is God's number. 777 is God's number. 7 is God's number. For me, I've always felt like 7 is a lucky number, lucky 7. But that's lucky because of God. Like for me, it has a spiritual meaning to it. It always has, okay? So when I got up and I saw 7/7 right there, I was like, I'm like, is that it? And I think it is. I follow numbers. I follow any sign that I can, but it has to be something that is really prominent. It can't be like is that something? When I saw that 7/7, I was like, because I'll tell you what, it's very rare that when I look at the clock on my phone or anywhere that it's not a triple digit number. It's either that or it's something like 1234. It's like numbers that go into sequences from lower to higher or higher to lower. I've had the higher to lower number sequences that I found, and I took heed to seeing those as in, all right, I just saw a number that's going like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, which would be what, let's pick a different number, which could be 234. No. 432. You see how it goes 432, right? So 4:32 p.m. If I would have seen a number like that going like in a descending order, I will take that as a message as that's not the right way to go. You're going backwards. If I see something like 1234 though, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, I'm going in the right direction. I really take heed to all signs and synchronicities around me all the time, every day. I talk to God on a constant basis. When I ask, can you please send me a sign? I always get something. I know it sounds nuts, and I'm telling you, I can't explain it myself either. And I'm not trying to look nuts. But I don't know how else to explain things that are happening for me. I can't explain them scientifically because it's not, that's all. I can't really elaborate anymore on that. But I do follow, and by doing that, I have been like blessed all over the place, number 1. Number 2, like I've been safe. Number 3, I have 2 fantastic loving dogs. They care about me. They want to be next to me. Like things good happen for me now. Before a lot of bad things were happening for me. But now it's like, now that I pay more attention to God, even Jesus, I mostly talk to God. But sometimes I talk to Jesus or about Jesus to God. I don't know. And there's always some kind of conversation going on like that when I'm alone. If I need to, right? It's not all the time. But when I feel like I need to question something, maybe I'm talking. People might think I talk out loud. If you were to see me and I just ask like that, people would probably think, ooh, she's just talking out loud, or she's nuts. I don't know, but people might think I'm just talking out loud or thinking out loud or something. But no, I'm talking to God, right? So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm a weirdo? Somebody out there's got to tell me. You guys think I'm a weirdo? I mean, am I all right? Do you think that, me crying or even picking that bigger booger from my nose or, I don't know, putting my teeth in, does that... I don't know. Tell me what you feel about that, because should I not do it? Do you think people might be offended? I don't want to do that. I don't want to offend anybody. I'm just being honest. I'm just that person that doesn't care. I don't need to dress up to impress anybody. I don't need to, it's not, the world is not about that. We're supposed to be helping each other, be kind to each other, just out of the goodness of our hearts to each other. Support each other. We're not supposed to be against each other. We're supposed to be for each other. We're supposed to fight for each other, stand by each other when something's wrong, not fight about it. Anyways, that's all I have. This is another very long reading. I don't need to talk anymore. What I need to do is I need to start doing my workout and start up and see what's going on with MasterChef for right now. Anyways, thank you for listening. For anybody listening this far, whatever. I'm open for any opinions on any questions I may have asked you tonight or today. It's not night, it's day. It's not even 10 o'clock, so. Is it? I don't think it is. Oh, it's 11. All right. Anyways, I'm Mona. This is Chit Chat, and I'll talk to you next time.